It's time to roll for Turaco. Subscribe.
Welcome back to Roll for Turaco. This is Frank, and this is the final day of Independent TTRPG month. Professor Dungeon Master on Dungeon Craft proposed that July would be Independent Indie RPG month, or Independent TTRPG month, or Indie RPG, Indie TTRPG, whatever you want to call it. It's a month where you focus on either playing or talking about games that aren't that one game. Which for the entire month I have on the videos I have not mentioned the name at all, just to keep the spirit of it. But August 1st, that's going to change. We're going to talk about Pocket Fantasy. I've been wanting to right here. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. I'll just gain everything ready. So let me move my little GM screen. Take out my paper miniatures of characters that I did, me and friend. This GM screen, I made this one specifically for Pocket Fantasy. I do have my other one here, and I was going to use it for Pocket Fantasy as well, but I modified it just a little bit, and I'll show more of that as the video goes on. So here we got Pocket Fantasy, created by Brandon Goringer, or Geringer, one of those. You can't read it. Brandon Goringer. I will leave a link to his YouTube channel and to where you can download this version. So I'm going to be talking about two iterations of Pocket Fantasy. First, I'm going to talk about this little booklet, which is pretty cool. I like little booklets like this because I mentioned in another video, I make mini comics. So, and I've actually had an idea to make an RPG zine, not this one, but something like this, or maybe just a little bit bigger, where you can just carry it with you. And then I stumbled upon this. I thought this was really cool, and that's where these characters come in. Those are from what I'm making. Yeah, I thought this was really awesome. I'm partial to little booklets like this, or anything where it's has the appeal or the aesthetic of DIY. I did a video where I talked about solo play RPG pamphlets, some specific ones made by John Dice, I believe that's his username, on the Basic Fantasy forum, and I have 3 of them here. And I also did a video where I talked about Wild Wonders and Deep, which is another pocket game. I might do a video where I just talk about different pocket games and show these again. That's for another time. All right, so for Pocket Fantasy, you're going to need a few things, but I'll get into that in a minute. So we'll talk about this booklet. So it's a little game. It's a game that if you want to play a short game or a quick game, either between other things that you're doing, or just, hey, let's just do a quick game night tonight. Break out the Pocket Fantasy, and you got your booklet here. And the cool thing is that when you buy your copy, you buy your files, and I would pay attention to the instructions, because I did I'll show it later, but I did make a couple of copies where I printed them out wrong. So I got cocky because I do this already. Like, I print out zines and mini comics, things like that, all the time. but this is a different layout that I haven't messed with before. So, so read the instructions. But this is my good copy. So after that, you can print out more copies and give them to your players, give them to your friends. Like, hey, check this out. You know, you can play. You can play this game at home. It's something that you can even solo play. It's very easy to customize and modify, and we're gonna go into a few of these things. I just want to say I did. You can get the file on questgivers.com. The time that I saw it there, and I think it's still at that price. It's under $8, $7 plus change. I can't think of the top of my head the exact amount, but it's under $8. And you can also print out the character book, which is I believe $1 or under $1. And you can also, as long as you're there, and if you want to print out some stuff that's inexpensive to print out, you can get the dungeon cards. They don't come in a box, so I made the box. And I would suggest you print these out on cardstock, but that's just me. And you can generate a dungeon for a session of Pocket Fantasy or any game. Put these here. All right, so let's get into the video and show you what you need to play this game. And I'll go through this version of Pocket Fantasy. Then I'll be talking about the other version. So let's get to this. Be warned, this is going to be a long video. So we got here Pocket Fantasy. I made this on my own. It's a wax stamp, and I used hot glue. So I just did that just to add my own flair for it, or my own touch. All right, so what you're gonna need the rulebook. So you can print this out on questgivers.com, but you can also get a free version, and I will be talking about that after I talk about this version, this iteration of the game. You're gonna want to download the book, print it out, and you got your book. You got your booklet. You can also download the Pocket Fantasy character book, and again, read the instructions on how to print it. And you can fill out your character here. After you roll it, you don't need it, but it's nice. It looks cool. It's a you build your little system there. You can also use a little composition notebook, just a little notebook. Oh, look, a poem I wrote. And you're gonna need pencil. You can also use pen, but pencil is preferred because you'll probably be doing a lot of erasing and adding and subtracting to your character sheet or booklet. So I think that's all you need. Oh wait, yeah, you're gonna need dice. So this system is a D6 system. You can use one D6 or more, but why use one when you can have backups? And I think the most you'll probably use like 3 or 4, but it's nice to have extras. It's nice to have extra dice, and this is a 10 dice pack, or yeah, it's a 10 dice pack that I got from the Dollar Tree for $1.25. So for $1.25, you get 10 dice, and you can also get other D6s. Whatever you want. You can get these on other places. These I bought on Temu, but you can also get them on Amazon. And for fun, I got some glow-in-the-dark D6s. And this is optional, but there's also negative D6s and positive D6s, so you can roll your penalty points or your bonuses. This is not in the game. I saw these on Temu. I thought that this would be cool to incorporate in any game. If you have a monster that's powerful, but your players are kind of starting out, I'm going to give them that false sense of accomplishment. Power down that monster. Okay, take out 6 points, and yeah. But the next time they fight the monster as is, and then the big boss monster, you roll the bonus. So that's just something I'm adding. All right, so that's the basics. All you really need is the rolls, dice, and maybe character sheets, pencils, and a notebook. That's pretty much what you're gonna need, what you're gonna use. All this other stuff is extra flavor. Let's go through the book. So it's pretty simple. It's not that many pages. You got your task rules, so and it gives you, what you can roll, your tasks. You got your laughable tasks. They fell on the 1. Simple task, average task, tough tasks, very difficult tasks, and you decide based on the character, the race and class, what those tasks would be. There's laughable tasks. That's if it's something like fairly easy. That if they fail, it's you laugh. But I don't know. I might not use this just because I think it would just be under simple. But I understand this is just like an added thing, to have fun at the table. I'm most likely going to be starting out this game with people that know nothing about, and I don't want to start off with just laughing at them. But it's something I can implement later. And your basic stuff. So again, OSR inspired style, just to the basics. Got strength, agility, intelligence, wisdom, charisma, and an example of what these tasks will be, so you can read that on your own time, because this is very tiny print. I don't know if you can read it here. You got your hero rerolls, exploring die, and rolling a 6. So 6 is going to be your highest one. So that's what you want. That's what you want to roll. Combat, you get surprise, initiative, movement, range, combat skill, attack action, defense action, full defense. Look at this cool art. I got an example of that. You got healing, rest, and death. So you're probably going to be killing off a lot of characters. So you got your magical weapons and armor. So focus, deflect. Got your races. So your races are dwarves, elves, halflings, and humans. These are your core races for this book. And for the classes, you have 4 core characters. So you just want to go by this. I think you'll get a lot out of it just with these 4 core races. You got classes. You got cleric, fighter, thief, and wizard. You got a little magic spell list and the combat magic. So you have this thing that Brandon came up with freeform magic, which I haven't tried this yet, but I'm hearing good things. So freeform magic may only be used when out of combat and is accomplished by task resolution as decided by the PM. So your GM is called a PM. That's the Pocket Master. Right. And you got your starting equipment. It has a little adventure plot generator, so you can just roll a quick game right there, a quick plot. Some cool art by the quest givers people. You also have a dungeon generator. So you can use this, or you can use the dungeon cards. And I also made some dungeon tiles. So it's just easy to carry in a bag. Same concept as the dungeon cards. They're just circular tiles. These will be tokens, or dungeon tokens, path tokens. You got all the, your easy, difficult, boss challenge, all the challenges, room features, and here you got your table here with castles, catacombs, dungeons, ruins, temples. So you got a couple of tables here. Item values, so it's what everything costs. Your Pocket Master tips. You got a little example of a creature here, and you got your monster table. So everything you need is right here in this book. You got more of the monsters there. You got monster abilities. And that's it. That's pretty much it. This is all you need. You can build your little kit. And you can print out a whole bunch of these extra booklets for your players, or if you don't want them to play without you. No, I would make more of these, and these are cool. These are just cool to make and have. And write my character. All right, so that's this version, this iteration of Pocket Fantasy. There's also the way that Brandon was doing it before, where in that version, that iteration is free, and you get more stuff to it. So there's things that I would take from there and combine it with here. So you got the monster charts here, the monster table. This is nice. This is cool. For me, it's a little bit too small to read, and I hear that's an issue. You can resize it, but yeah, the other version, the free version, this is on a larger sheet, so I would use that. So let's, instead of just explaining what I'm talking about, I'll show you. Here you go. Here is the sheets. You can print these double-sided. I have them as 4 sheets, but you can print them double-sided, and it could be 2 sheets. And the same thing, fold it up, put it in your pocket, or just put it in a folder or binder or something, and you're good to go. You got your game, and this might be a little bit easier for your players. So you got all your rules and races, magical armor, and you got the Pocket Master tips. You got your dungeon tables here. So that's good. You got your monster abilities, adventure generator. So this is what I'm talking about, the monster table, and it actually might be the same. Let me look at this, because it might actually be. Oh no, it's a little bit bigger. Oh, it's just like having this bigger sheet. So So you just want to print out your Pocket Fantasy book and print out a couple of sheets of the monster generator, the monster table, or extra stuff. So here are the 4 races, the 4 core races. This would be the back of another page. Cleric, fighter, thief, wizard. So you can just hand this to your players, or like, hey, look guys, this is what you can play, and you'll pick what you want, and has all the stuff here. You roll what you. I don't think you roll for anything except when you're actually playing. So you're just like, oh yeah, I want to be a fighter. And that's pretty much it. That's all you need, really. But there's extras. There's more stuff that you can do. There's optional classes. So originally, Brandon had done 2 extra classes, which is the Bard and the Ranger, and then he went and added more. So you get a lot more classes. So you get the Bard. And what's awesome about the Bard in this version of the game also is you can so yeah, you can print these out as cards. You can play them as little cards. So the Bard has bardic songs. And I printed this front and back on cardstock. One of these are on cardstock, but you also got your magic spell list, and this is the art on the back of it. So these I wanted on sturdier cardstock. The rest I just printed in regular printer paper. But that's cool. Your Bard gets bardic songs, and your wizard has a nice spell book. So I'm just gonna go through these quickly. But you got your Bard, Ranger, Assassin, Berserker. Now, I would probably just have the four core ones plus the Ranger and the Bard. But it's nice to have all these options. I wouldn't want to overwhelm my players right off the bat. But some of these are pretty cool. We got a Druid, Commander, Gladiator, Martial Artist, Necromancer, and Spell Sword. So it has arcane strikes. And here are the individual cards you can print out, cut out. So this is something you can just give your players. Okay, here's some cards. Pick your character, and it's here, one card for you, one card for you. You keep one for yourself. You got the Ranger, and this is the art on the Ranger. And I still need to put these together. So this is the Bard, and I didn't like the art on the Bard for this one. I liked the art that was on the other sheet, so I made. I took a screenshot, cropped it, and so I made this this backing. So I'm gonna see. I tried to do it printed front and back. It just wasn't coming out that good, and I did it wrong at first. So I'm gonna do that. Just either staple it or put it with glue or tape. And I know some people use card holders, but I actually use the card holders for other things. I sell sketch cards, and I use the card holders for that. So it's an investment. Get your wizard. Again, I printed out the back, and I only did that for the core 4 plus the 2 extra. You got your fighter. I did use a different paper, so it looks very bright. I like it. Cleric. So this one I was doing it front and back. That's why I decided I'll just print on a separate sheet. But I get Cleric, Thief, and then the rest is the ones I showed. They don't have the front and back. So that's all your classes. I want to show the races. So you got your races here. That's races, multiple race. You got your human, and there's a male and female version of it. So just get your human race. Dwarf, and dwarf has the, again, male and female. Elf, same thing, male, female. Halfling, male and female. And here you got your starting equipment. So it's you can give this to your players, cut it out. Hit point tracker. And then we get into the monsters. So I combined all of these. So it's monsters, beasts, and bosses. So and humanoids. So you got the orc shaman in the humanoid section. And you got your kobold. Some of them didn't print out correctly, but Lizardman, Kobold, the art looks better on the PDF, so it's just going to print out how much ink you have. Yeah, a null. Werewolf, troll, lich, wyvern, and vampire. So you can find some vampires and werewolves. You got your ogre, chimera, dragon. You can battle a dragon, a manticore, a giant, a griffin, Medusa, minotaur, and a mummy. A giant ant, not Aunt Janet or anything, but like the insect, an ant. Giant centipede, giant eel, gelatinous cube. So gelatinous, they didn't even print out. A harpy and a giant crab. So I'm just gonna draw these in. A cockatrice, giant bat, bear. No owl bear, but you can modify the bear into that. And hellhound, giant lizard, giant rat, wolf, and other giant creatures. The wolf's not giant, but you could probably make a giant wolf. Who's gonna stop you? You got your undeads, so you want to battle some zombies, and that's for the that's the beast, the bosses, humanoids. Okay, before we get here, the magic items. Okay. Oh, this is the classes. That's not what I wanted to show. Because you also get you don't just get optional classes. You get optional races, and so these are monster races. Dark elves, centaurs, ape men, birdmen, a whole bunch of other stuff. Merfolk, mantis men, fairies, giantkin, dragonkin, elementborn, half-orcs, gnomes, lizardkin, ratkin, underdwarves, yeti men, and you can also print out a basic character sheet, which I had done. So you get 2 in a sheet. So that's your optional races. You get your magic items. So it's just a list of all the magic items, but they also come in card form. Got your magical weapons, magical armor, and here we get into the more specifics. Look at this. They have names and cool art. The Ghoul Edge, Mender, Trinity. Oh, you got the spell amulets. So Crystal Ball, Horn of Heroes, Brooch of the Bat, Amulet of the Sun God. A lot of cool stuff. I'm not going to go through every single thing. But just want to show you essentially is what you get. Ring of the Fire Worm, Band of Demons. This ring allows its wearer to be immune to Dark Bolt, Confusion, Rain of Fire, as well as forms of fire. Oh, okay. You got more weapons. Got your Cape of Dark Worlds, and there's also you can print these out without the descriptions and names, so you can just have the art and just fill in what you want it called. And you got potions. So I would give the potions to the wizard. Now this. Oh, there's more. Oh, did I print out? I printed out extras. Okay. So these are your adventure hooks. So you get 3 pages of adventure hooks. So you got the art here on the front, and I did print these front and back, but you can have them on separate sheets. You can cut these out into cards as well. But you start with a sheet, so you got what, 9 here. Well, you know what? Let's just do 3 dice. Let's do all those sheets. All right, so you got 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I don't know if there's 16, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I am terrible at math. So 16, you land on this one. And you got your little adventure here. High in the craggy mountains, a path leads to a doorway to a monster's vast lair. So that's the adventure hook. Weak monsters, average monsters, tough monsters, and bosses. And so these are what's this? What's this one? This looks like a cool one. I didn't even look at it right now. There sits an ancient castle which is shunned by people of the land. So that's pretty much what you get. You can also print out reroll tokens, hit points, hit tokens, I didn't print those out. You can print those out on cardstock. They're in color, so you can print one in color if you want. Sapphire, you know what? I make my own. So, I have more than these, more than just dungeon titles. But I thought that was cool. You can, it's extra stuff. But if you just want to start off light, start off with the booklet and then just add on to it, build onto it. Because it has an adventure generator. So these are extras. But I'll say combine them. Combine with the monster sheet, the cards, the adventure hooks. You want to have a whole bunch of races and classes, then you can do that. So this has been my video on Pocket Fantasy. I think it's great. Because I like stuff like this, stuff that has a DIY element to it, something you can just like carry with you in your back pocket, your wallet, or just put it in some binders and stuff. And I'm gonna make a whole kit out of all this. So there's links in the description below. You can download the game for free. You can try it out for free. You don't have to buy this. I would say buy it if you like this pocket version, but you're getting a whole bunch of other stuff for free. I say just do both, but but yeah, that's what you can do. Also, oh yeah, before I forget, so I did make this mini GM screen specifically for Pocket Fantasy, so I can play there with my friends, and they'd be like, "Why do you have a GM screen? Don't worry about it." So what I did, I printed out the booklet, but I didn't print it out double-sided. So I just printed out as is, and I cut out all the pages. So the reason I made this one custom, more custom to this game, because I was cutting up 2 pages and taping them together to form one page. So I wanted it to fit the panels. And I only did that with a few. I didn't really have to do that with that many. So you can see here, just put a little bit of tape. But it's all here. You can reference everything here. After you learn the task rules, you don't really... I won't have this here all the time. But I might want to reference strength. And my rerolls and exploding die. So yeah, so everything is here. Everything in the book is here. The only thing I didn't include was the extra pages of art, because I don't need to look at them. But what I will probably do is I will put the art on the front here. So yeah, and this is what I was talking about. You got your monster charts here, but I would use the larger one. So that's something extra. This is extra stuff. I still need to finish covering this up. Cardboard and binder clips and lots of duct tape, and I'm out of duct tape. So this is all the cool stuff that you can do and you can get with Pocket Fantasy. What do you think of this game? Is this something that you're gonna try out? Is this something you are interested in? Are you gonna get the booklet? Get these? And after you cut them out and organize them, staple them, whatever you want to do with them, you're not gonna be carrying around a stack of papers. Let me know in the comments below what you think. This has been Frank Salazar for Roll for Turaco. We'll see you next time.
Let's roll for Turaco. Subscribe.